We're continuing here on the Chevy Silverado alarm install. Today we're going to be installing a rear pin in the toolbox. We're also going to be installing the antenna, the programming antenna that goes on the windshield, and we're going to be installing the shock sensor. So we'll take you over and show you what's up. Here in the toolbox you'll see the door pin that we've installed. I just put some little aluminum spacers in there, and then I ran a metal conduit over to here, and then I installed the metal conduit into the toolbox, and then I also used I'll show you some of the parts that I used for that. This was some bulk wiring that I found at Home Depot. It's about $5. Actually has 3 wires built into it, so it worked perfect for what we needed. And then the other connector that I got is right here, and this just has a little wing nut right there that you can twist on. And if you look right here where I came through the bed into the cab, it took about 3 hours to actually install this wiring, but at least it's protected and mounted into the inside, and I'll show you where that's at. Another thing that we installed is a mercury switch. If you look right here, there's a little piece of mercury inside this little button. It's the same concept as what they have in the factory with the factory light. When the tailgate gets to a certain, when the hood gets to a certain point, the light will go out. See how it goes out? The mercury switch works exactly the same way. And then I connected it to a ground right here where the alarm screw is, and then I just ran the wire up to here. So when I shut the hood, the toolbox and the front hood will actually be on the same circuit. So this right here is for the toolbox pin, and then right here I've got these labeled. This right here is the hood pin, and I think I'll put those on the same circuit because they're an instant trigger. You notice as I'm wiring this stuff up, I'm actually labeling what each thing is so that when I hook it up I know what it is, because this has all the bells and whistles. Now we're going to run a wire like this up through the A-pillar to here so that it can go up and across the top and behind the mirror to mount that antenna. I want to show you guys a little trick. So this wire right here, this is the one that connects into the antenna. And what I'm going to do is I have that wire that I ran through that pillar, and I'm going to just tape this to it because this is the smaller part. I'm going to tape that, and then I'm just going to pull it up through, and I'll show you how to do that. Now all I have to do is take my wire, my fishing wire, just kind of help feed it up through, and should come through as easy as that. Now on this little thing, this panel that holds the A-pillar, there's just a little clip right here, and there is another one right here, then there's another clip right here, and these just pull down, and there's another clip there. So it's pretty easy to remove. My next step, I found a spot right here that I want to mount that antenna that I think will fit really nice. So there's the antenna, and it's just going to go right here. And I've already run my wire. I just ran it up through the bottom of that headliner, and there's my wire. So what I'm going to do is just I want to clean that area where it's going to mount, just with some acetone on this little towel, and that'll just help clean it so that it'll stick, because it's just a little bit double sticky tape, a little 3M double sticky. So just make sure you clean that real good. Now what I'm going to do is plug in my wire till it clicks, and then I'm just going to position it up where I want it. And when I find that location that looks best, because I want it to be able to, you'd be able to see the, because the little light right here, there's a little light, and that's the flashing light for the alarm as well, plus the programming light. So we want to make sure that that's visible. So we want to get it in a spot up here so that you can be seen from all areas. And I'm just going to stick that up there and then take off the tape and mount that there. Now I wanted to show you where I mounted this. I actually just mounted it to this piece of plastic. I kind of thought that was a better location because it just looks like you can't even see it's there. And it's just barely hanging down enough so that the light can be seen from all sides of the front anyway. So that's where we ended up going with it. We ran the wires up over and then down, and then I duct taped them so they don't get stuck in these hooks, because these holes right here where I'm pointing need to be open so that the trim panel can go back over the top. So I just duct taped that into place, and then we'll take you down here and show you how to do the install. Now I decided to mount the shock sensor right here with just a zip tie, because underneath right here on the bottom is the adjustment screw for the sensitivity, and I just kind of twisted the wires. I'm going to run this up and over here and get that ready for the rest of the alarm. Now that's going to probably do it for this video. So in this video, what I wanted to show you was the rear pin that we mounted in the truck, in the toolbox of the back of the truck. Also the mercury switch that we mounted up underneath the hood. The antenna for the programming antenna, and the flashing light for the LED for the alarm system, where we ran that down by the headliner. And then also the shock sensor. Now we'll have some other videos that explain the rest of the process. We still have to do the main wiring, and I'm going to show you how to do that on the next video. We still have quite a few other things. We've got to do door locks, dome light supervision, and so we're going to break all those videos up in each section, so that when you guys are Googling it and you're looking for it, there'll be a separate video for dome light supervision, separate video for starter kill, separate video for 5-wire door locks. So until next week, we'll see you guys later. Please rate, subscribe, and comment, and we'll talk to you later.